This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
For your information, there's a new restaurant coming to the Laurel Mall. The delicious details are coming up next. Hello everyone, and thank you for starting your week with us here at SSPTV. I'm Ken Karen. Here's your Monday information from FYI and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. At a time when many malls are struggling to survive, one mall in our area is experiencing a resurgence. Lisa Sugart has the details on the newest additions coming to the Laurel Mall.
The good news and the growth continues here at the Laurel Mall. I'm back again with the Business Operations Manager for the mall, Rocco Aruzzo. Rocco, I heard you are 97% at capacity. That's amazing for a mall.
Yeah, it is, Lisa. Good to have you back. As usual, we continue to do this, right? This is becoming a habit. Yes, we're at 97%, and it's above national average, which national average in malls right now, occupancy is 94, so we're pretty proud that we're above that average.
And there are new stores coming, so tell us the latest.
Well, you remember, last time you were here, we announced T-Mobile and Ravello Insurance, and I said there was more to come, including a restaurant. Well, today we're proud to announce we have that more to come and the restaurant. So let's start off small and save the big announcement for last. First is Bath Fitters. We signed a lease with Bath Fitters, and they are an inline store, which is unusual because they usually go in center of malls. This one's going to be unusual because they're not only going to do their bath displays, but also their kitchen displays. They'll be located right across from Victoria Candies. So we're pretty happy to have Bath Fitters return to the Laurel Mall.
And then next up, Seattle Style Coffee.
We moved Seattle Style Coffee next to Annie Ann's because we have a new business coming in the former location called Rebecca's Creations. They do all of, they make homemade candles, homemade soaps, I should say, and lotions, and that very good business. We're really glad that they're coming up to the mall.
All right. And then the big announcement we're standing in front of right here. We see the sign.
Yeah, we said the restaurant was coming, and we're pleased to announce that Cook Fella's Kitchen will be opening here at the mall sometime September, by October 1st at the latest. We're under construction right now. The owners are the former owners. They used to run Mary's Cafe and also Breakfast World on Route 309. So we're pleased that they're local people and they came here to the Laurel Mall.
So there will be breakfast here in the mall?
Yes, there will. They'll be opening at 8 a.m. for breakfast. They'll be here 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. every day, and our Sunday new hours of 11 to 6. Yep, they'll be doing breakfast, lunch, and even a little bit of dinner. So we're pretty excited to have them.
That's great. And also the remodeling continues on several projects, including the big TJ Maxx.
Yes, construction is underway and continuing. TJ Maxx, the GNC new store, we're relocating them in the north wing of the Dunham's wing. Both construction started there, and T-Mobile's construction actually started today. So we're pretty happy that they're coming aboard and the construction started.
And if we're out here shopping and our phones, which we have to have on us at all times, happen to need a charge, you're taking care of that too.
Yeah, we did. Finally, we talked last time, the charging stations are being installed. Half of them are done. We expect the rest by the end of next week. So all the charging stations will be located in various seating areas throughout the mall.
And you're not going to be happy until this is 100% right, and you're working on it.
We continue to work, and actually the phones are ringing. We're talking to prospective tenants, new businesses. We're always looking. So, yep, you're right. We're not going to be happy until we're 100%, and we're going to get there someday.
All right, Rocco Aruzzo from the Laurel Mall. We'll be back with more updates as the progress continues. You keep coming out and shopping right here at the Laurel Mall.
Thank you, Lisa, for bringing us the good news of pancakes at the Laurel Mall. In other news, yesterday marked the start of a once-in-a-lifetime celebration to recognize the upcoming canonization of Mother Teresa. A dove release was part of the special prayer service hosted by the Action Youth Group's Public Prayer for Peace service at Blessed Teresa of Calcutta Church in Monoy City. The church's patron will be canonized in Rome on Sunday, September 4th. The church will celebrate her canonization with a special mass at 3 p.m. that day, it will be celebrated by the Most Reverend John O. Barris, the Bishop of the Allentown Diocese, and it will be followed by a dinner. The church has also ordered commemorative items for purchase as part of its celebration to honor the future saint who visited the town 21 years ago. A novena will begin this Friday, which is the birthday of Mother Teresa, and will continue each night. It will end with the Divine Liturgy on September 4th. Meanwhile, this past weekend marked a special milestone for another community in our area. This past Saturday kicked off a week-long Sesquicentennial celebration for the borough of Shenandoah. The festivities began with a huge parade and opening ceremonies on Saturday. A huge crowd came out to celebrate this major milestone for the 150th year celebration of the community. Part of the celebration includes a time capsule located at the Museum of the Greater Shenandoah Area Historical Society. All this week, the public is invited to drop off photos and family trees to help preserve Shenandoah's history. The celebration continues all this week and will wrap up on Saturday. That's when the annual Heritage Day Parade will take place starting at 10 a.m. on Saturday. The day will also feature delicious ethnic foods and vendors, an artist exhibit, and the finale, the fireworks at dusk on Saturday evening. A Hazleton man has been charged with terroristic threats following an incident Friday night in the city. Police report that an elderly victim was threatened with bodily harm by striking or shooting. Hazleton police, along with backup from the Pennsylvania State Police and the West Hazleton Police Department, responded to the area of Jason Road around 6:30 Friday evening. Police say that 44-year-old Frank Sokolsky was in the rear yard with a .44 Magnum handgun and full-capacity ammunition belt. Police say they were able to surprise Sokolsky and take him into custody without incident. The weapon was seized and he was charged with terroristic threats and carrying a concealed weapon without a permit. State police in Frackville are investigating the death of a 39-year-old woman. Troopers responded to the 1100 block of Brock Street in Ashland around 12:30 Sunday morning. The woman had not been heard from for over a week. She was discovered by friends at her residence. The woman's name has not been released. The investigation into her death is continuing. Coming up next on FYI, we'll get you thirsty for this weekend's Hazleton Wine and Beer Festival. And later in sports, we'll talk about a sport called Vatia with a former Major League pitcher who now calls Hazleton home.
This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
The clock is ticking on a great offer from Core Fitness in Hazleton. Core Fitness is offering 8 free classes to try during the month of August. That's right, ladies, 8 free classes. Core Fitness calls it their big 8 in 8 deal. This offer is too good to pass up. So gather your friends and family to come out and see why everyone loves Core so much before this great offer expires. For all the details, check out Core Fitness Hazleton on Facebook or call them 570-455-7818, or you can visit them at 711 West Broad Street in Hazleton.
This Saturday marks the 5th annual Hazleton Wine and Beer Festival, sponsored by the Rotary Club of Hazleton. Today, pleased to welcome Pat Ward, who is the president of the organization, and the publicity coordinator, Pat Korb, as well. Pat, I'm going to start with you. First of all, let's get to the specifics about Rotary Club itself. This is a really important organization in our community.
Not only in our community, Lisa, but around the world. Rotary is one of the largest service organizations. And a lot of folks don't know what Rotary's biggest accomplishment around the world is. The Rotary Club sponsored a polio eradication project, and for the most part, polio is no longer a disease that affects people, and especially children. But here in the greater Hazleton area, we are a large Rotary Club. We have 85 active members and about a dozen honorary members, and we meet once a week at the Genetti Catering Service at 12 noon on Wednesdays, and it's a fellowship gathering. Our motto is service above self, and most importantly, we have a festival like the Hazleton Beer and Wine Festival, and the monies that we raise, and hopefully we'll raise a lot of money when we do this, the monies go to a special fund that we have allocated for community service projects, and we invite other not-for-profit organizations to apply for those funds. As an example, money was given to the Boy Scouts last year. Money was given to the Holy Rosary Parish. They have a wonderful outreach once a month at Catholic Social Services. They're feeding the homeless and the needy in the greater Hazleton area. The United Way's Dolly Parton project receives some money, and the list goes on and goes on. But it's this project that hopefully will raise the bulk of those monies so we can next year award more projects in the community.
All right, and in order to do that, you all have to come out this Saturday to the wonderful festival that is taking place. It's in a brand new location. It's this Saturday from 11 to 6 at the Hazel Township Babe Ruth Field on Hazel Township Boulevard. Pat, tell them all what they can expect.
Well, we're going to have lots of wonderful wine vendors, beer vendors. We have a great assortment of food. I mean, it's just yummy to think about it. We have a lot more craft vendors. We're very pleased that we have 2 bands this year. Ostrich Hat is going to be on from 11 to 2, and Cartoon is going to be on from 2 to 6. We have the very popular Hazleton Tricky Trays. It's just going to be a wonderful afternoon, and we hope to see all of you out there supporting us. You do have to be 21 years of age to attend.
And they can get their tickets at the door. And there's also, if you're not going to drink, you're still invited.
Absolutely. If you are a designated driver, the tickets are $5. You can get tickets ahead of time for $20 or $25 at the door that day.
All right, so this is really one of the premier events in our area. Everybody looks forward to it. It's taking place this Saturday, 11 to 6, as we said. Pat, I know you want the entire community to come out and give you full support on this.
Absolutely. It's an event obviously for adults, but the projects will benefit many youths in our community as well. But I'd also like to point out, we'd like to thank DBI Services as our master sponsor, and we have a myriad of other community-minded businesses. We would like to thank your organization for being a media sponsor again, with a lot of other media organizations. We want to have a fun event. We need a lot of people to come out, and most importantly, we want to encourage people to be safe, because we're ratcheting this project up from what we have done in previous years. We have more beer to be sampled. We have more wine vendors, craft wine people. There'll be a lot more than you saw last year. As Pat said, 2 bands. We have all kind of food. It's going to be a great day.
It certainly is, and it's all for a very wonderful cause. We hope you'll come out and support it. You will certainly be glad you did. Again, just a reminder, it is a new location. Hazel Township Babe Ruth Field on Hazel Township Boulevard, the new road. You can have access from 309 or 93. Be there this Saturday from 11 to 6.
Time now for FYI News 13 weather.
Enjoy this beautiful summer weather shot while I tell you I had some Sam Adams Oktoberfest over the weekend, so before you know it, it will be pumpkin everywhere, pumpkin flavored. FYI, if we could, we would. I love pumpkin and I love today's weather. Here's our local forecast from the National Weather Service. Tonight, mostly clear. Our low will be 51 degrees and we'll have a north wind 5 to 7 miles per hour, becoming calm in the evening. Tuesday looks sunny with a high near 74 degrees. On Tuesday night, it will be clear with a low of 57. Wednesday, sunny with a high near 79. Wednesday night will be in the lower 60s under mostly clear skies. Thursday, mostly sunny with a high near 80. Thursday night, 30% chance of some showers and thunderstorms after 9 p.m. Lows in the mid 60s. And then on Friday, another 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms before 9 a.m. Mostly sunny day with a high near 81. And Friday night, our first football Friday, partly cloudy with a low of 62 degrees.
Tonight's weather is brought to you by Valley High, the area's oldest ice cream and fast food restaurant. Stop on in for a cold treat including our ice cream and yogurt, or some hot food including our burgers, hot dogs, fries, and much more. That's Valley High, Route 93 in West Hazleton. Treat yourself today.
While you check out your midday winning lottery numbers here on FYI, let me tell you why you should come back after the break for the Sportscast. We'll be talking with a former Major League pitcher who pitched in a World Series game, plus Ron Marchetti, local sport all-stars here for some trivia treats. We'll be right back.
This is FYI News 13 Sports.
Stay with was a big block party on Wyoming Street in Hazleton on Saturday. The festivities were organized by the Society of Hispanic Professionals of the Hazleton area and the Greater Hazleton Hispanic Business Association. Part of the fun was a Vatilla tournament. The game is popular in the Dominican Republic, and it's how a number of major leaguers got their start, including pitcher Ezekiel Stasio. He pitched in the World Series for the Houston Astros, and now he lives in Hazleton. So here's how this works. You need a bunch of bottle caps and a broomstick. If you hit the cap over the blue line near the pitcher and the defense doesn't catch it, it's a point. But if the defense catches it, it's an out. I talked with one of the organizers of the event, Fermin Diaz, about this event and his cousin, former Major League pitcher Ezekiel Stasio, who I mentioned earlier, and Max Garcia from local TV station Telecaribe.
Yes, it's part, of the Dominican culture, because usually you will find different bits of different culture in the community, and when we want to try to do is show our part. We want to do that. We do that in the past. With this small cap and this broomstick, we form very good baseball players. So we don't need a lot of resource to keep doing good, doing good things.
I wasn't believe, but I never I forgot about my country. I never forgot about my same friend. That's what normally for me, because no matter I was make good money or be between famous people, when I come back home, I got my same family, my same friend. That's it's normal for me.
So you're a pitcher, and I saw, you could throw pretty hard. Did it start with this? Did you start pitching in the street?
Yeah, that's what most of the Dominican players are. Yeah, that's what we start. Playing in the street, playing in the backyard, that's what we start.
How fast do you think you could whip that bottle cap?
I don't know right now, but I can throw a little bit faster, see a little bit faster.
Is baseball always popular?
Yeah, no, baseball always is popular, but that is something like some people say, hey, they can play baseball, but Vitillas is more difficult. That is the thing, and that is the reason they say if you play Vitilla first, maybe you will be a good player in the future in the baseball.
Aero Consulting and Engineering sponsored the tournament, and we will learn a lot more about it on an upcoming episode of Out of Left Field coming in October. It will be the second episode of Season 2. If you want to see more of Max Garcia, and who doesn't, check out Tonight with Max Garcia at 8 p.m. on Telecaribe. Check your local listings for more information. Let's move along now to our FYI standard speaker scoreboard for Monday. Just one score tonight as we check out the Cubs game from Sunday. The Cubbies are on the West Coast now, getting ready to play the Padres. Next week at this time, we'll have our first FYI Cole Scale football rankings. I'm excited for that, and I'm excited to see what Ron Marchetti has to say. Here's Trivia Treats.
Hall of Fame coach Bill Parcells is 75 today. Hi, everybody. On this Monday of August 22nd, this is Trivia Treats. There are times that one play can put a person in the Hall of Fame. Like if Buffalo kicker Scott Norwood did not miss that field goal on the last play of the 2007 Super Bowl, maybe Parcells would not yet be in the Hall. As if Bill Mazeroski did not hit the game-winning home run for the Pirates to win the 1960 World Series, he definitely would not be in Cooperstown. My opinion only, of course, but I'm sorry, that's the way it is. 2 more Olympic short stories, and then I will be done with it for quite a while. At the 1924 Olympics in Paris, Eric Liddell of Great Britain ran for gold in the 400 meters, setting an Olympic Games record at that time, which brought his opponents to their knees. In the process, he became the inspiration for an Academy Award-winning film, Chariots of Fire. I have to confess, I never watched that movie, but I certainly will someday. Or my last Olympic story this year. At the Helsinki Summer Games in 1952, America's Bob Mathias became the first man to win 2 Olympic decathlon gold medals. Mathias defended the world's greatest athlete title he had won at the previous Games in England, when he became the youngest Olympic decathlon champion at 17 years old. Changing the sport before we drift away tonight. On this day in 1951 at Sportsman's Park in St. Louis, Browns pinch hitter Eddie Geidel became the smallest man to ever appear in a Major League Baseball game. 3'7", mother of God! That's what Detroit Tigers pitcher Bob Kane said as the little man walked to home plate. Kane walked him on 4 straight pitches. 2 days later, the American League banned St. Louis Browns owner Bill Veeck from using Geidel as a promotional attraction ever again. I'll close it up with a trivia question. What number did Eddie Geidel wear on his back when he batted? Hey, that's right. Some true older baseball fans still remember. He wore number 1/8. Till Friday, be a good sport. Stay loose.
Mondays can be a big headache. Well, cheer up with Bottleneck's Little Neck Clam Special, $1.95 a dozen in melted butter.
Hey everyone, here's tonight's Talk of the Town report. Get out to the Hazleton Regional Airport for the Wings Over Hazleton Air, Car, and Military Show, going on now until August 24th. You'll see the World War II era B-17 Flying Fortress, B-24 Liberator Heavy Bomber, and many more. Admission is $12 for adults, $6 for children, and under 12 are free. Hope to see you there. Holy Rosary Parish is having their 100th anniversary golf tournament at Sand Springs Golf Course, Sunday, September 4th. Registration begins at noon with a 1:30 p.m. shotgun start. $75 per player or $300 per team. Whole sponsorships are available. For more information, call 570-579-7411. And come out to the Eugene Plaza Memorial Beer, Wine, Dine and 9 on Friday, October 14th at 3 p.m. A 9-hole, 4-person scramble at the Sugarloaf Golf Club. There'll be beer and wine tasting. All proceeds benefit Community Services for Sight. For more information, call 570-455-0421. That's tonight's Talk of the Town report. FYI News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Margaret Kletchko of Freeland. The funeral will be held Thursday at 9 a.m. at the McHugh Wilczek Funeral Home, with a massive Christian burial at 9:30 a.m. at Immaculate Conception Church. Burial will take place at St. Casimir's Cemetery. Friends may call Thursday from 8 to 9 a.m. Holly Ellen Kearns of Hazleton. The John J. Pusai Funeral Home is assisting the family. And Paul J. Whitaker Sr. of Hazleton. The viewing will take place Thursday from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Joseph B. Conahan Funeral Home.
Attention pay-per-view subscribers, if you see your name right now on News 13, you'll have 13 minutes to call in and win a free movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Our winner tonight is Steven Urbancic of Drums. Steven, if you're watching, give us a call, 570-455-7267, extension 104.
The Olympic Games wrapped up in Rio on Sunday night, and while Tokyo made a huge splash by having their prime minister dress up like Super Mario, it was an American gymnast who really stole the show and may have delayed it. As the athletes were walking into the stadium, many of them stopped to take a selfie with women's gymnastics all-around gold medal winner Simone Biles. Biles won 5 medals in Rio, 4 gold, and was the flag bearer for the U.S. at the closing ceremony. Hopefully we'll see Super Simone in Tokyo in 2020, but you know what? Let's just worry about tomorrow. I'll see you then. Take it easy, everyone.